Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Marcus, for that lovely introduction. I'm Avra, one of the co-founders at SwitchOn. And at SwitchOn, we develop AI-based solution to automate quality inspection. And I think Marcus initially spoke about a lot of these technologies in Industry 4.0, like AI, edge computing, leveraging connected machine. And maybe today I'm going to highlight how our product essentially uses these paradigms to deliver quality outcomes. Right? I think for people who have not been in manufacturing or not worked or seen a plant, the process is extremely complex, right? Typically, a large-scale plant would be, manufacturing anywhere between 50 to 100 different kinds of SKUs, different unique products. There are a bunch of external vendors, regulatory compliances, and so on. So the entire process is not very simple; it's complex. And in all of this, in today's environment, where every user has become more quality conscious, delivering zero defects and high quality output from your factories has become a real challenge. And it's been one of the challenges why the manufacturing in India especially has not been able to export a lot. And with everything that's happening in the last few years, I mentioned China Plus One as well as Industry 4.0, what we are seeing is Indian companies finally adopting a lot of these newer technologies to improve quality. And that's where kind of our product comes into play. So our product is Deep Inspect, which is basically deep learning based inspection, right? We have three parts to this, right? The first part is Deep Inspect Trained, which is essentially computer vision and AI based pipelines, which help you automate your quality inspection task, right? The other is where you can run these quality inspection modules on your factory shop floor up till very high throughputs. For example, we have deployed in places which is 1,000 parts per minute. So, if you have a factory of a machine that's running in 1,000 parts per minute, you will not be able to even visually identify the parts. It's so fast, right? So for example, just to give you context, the Coca-Cola bottles get produced at 700 parts per minute, right? It's not physically possible to, inspect these kind of products. And finally, with all of this happening, our product is also cloud and analytics enabled, wherein we are leveraging all the data that we collect from these manufacturing plants to give insights back to our users where they can optimize. Right. So I think in our journey, and this is our flagship product, Deep Inspect Train, right? What we realize is for technology to get adopted in manufacturing, right? It needs to be simplified, it needs to be rethought, and it needs to be user-friendly. So someone recently spoke about how people are able to order groceries. Maybe a very old person is able to order groceries without much training, right? Whereas if you see a lot of legacy industrial software, it's very complex, it's difficult to use. There are a lot of challenges in understanding a basic flow, right? And that's where we kind of innovated with Deep Inspect Train, where operators of people on the line are able to use our software to set up quality inspection tasks without the need for any external supervision, right? So it is like DIY, it's a no-code platform, right? And the other interesting thing that we found while developing this product and deploying it almost 60 plus factories is that internet is not always available. Right? Today, a lot of people, a lot of internet companies take data for granted, right? Take all the applications. If you turn off your data, nothing works. You can't even open the app, right? Wherein what we saw in these factories, especially we've deployed a lot of these in India, right? Not everybody has high throughput internet, right? And again, most of these factories are outside city premises, right, where you don't have. So our software, this part of the software is completely on edge. It runs on the factory shop floor without needing any internet, right? And that's been a key differentiation in the adoption, wherein people are able to train these models and train the software to do quality inspection on the factory without need for continuous internet, right? I know it's a little antithesis to the whole connected factory, but that's the reality. Right, and lastly, I think today we have, this particular software inspects everything from the toothbrush that you use daily to, critical parts such as pistons and crankshafts in automotive cars. Right? The next thing, again, being smart, being connected, Industry 4.0, it's very important to leverage the data that your machine and systems are generating. And that's where our product today comes inbuilt with analytics, right? So for a lot of products out there that is sold to manufacturing, you will need to buy an extra module, or you will need to work with some other system integrator to extract data and build a dashboard and so on. So what we realize is, we are inspecting, we are digitally capturing each and every product that gets manufactured. So our product should come with analytics inbuilt, right? And that's where the whole analytics suite comes into play. Now, interesting use cases, right? I'll speak about use cases how our customers have figured things out. So, for example, one of our customers who manufacture probably India's largest shampoo manufacturing unit, they realize a particular shape of bottle has very high defect, right? And that's with the data that we give. So we are inspecting, suppose SKU variant 1, 2, 3, and each of them has a very unique shape. And all of you must have seen shampoo bottles, right? So they realize that a particular shape of bottle has more defects in it just because of the nature of the curvature of the bottle and so on and so forth, and the machine applying the label, right? And they could use our analytics to go back and actually change that bottle, right? And they realize that every shift, they're losing more money just because of the shape of the bottle. And decisions like this, insights like this is what our platform kind of enables, right? Another example, I think a lot of manufacturing companies work in shifts, shift 1, 2, 3, and typically the second and the third shift are late night and early morning. And there are very interesting trends wherein companies have realized that in the first shift, the quality output is the best. And as the shifts progress, for whatever reason, things degrade. So these kind of analytics also help them improve their day-to-day operations, which is maybe not necessarily very high-tech, but maybe just ensuring that some people do the job better in the second and third shift, right? So yeah, now coming back to what we do and what we did as a company in the last few years. So we were founded in 2017. After a few years of research and working with some large manufacturing, we commercialized Deep Inspect in 2021, right? Post that, I think today our product is deployed in over 65 plus factories around, I think 5 plus countries, right? We are about a 70 members team, and more than 50% of that is focused on R&D. So we are a company that builds in India for the world. Right, so just again moving on, these are some of the companies that we work with. What we have seen that, the smart manufacturing concepts and products have mostly been adopted in the FMCG as well as automotive industry. And that's where we have seen a lot of adoption. We've also seen of late a lot of electronics manufacturing moving to India, which was previously not the case. So again, we see that electronics manufacturing is a huge space. Right, and having said that, yeah, this is a quick snapshot of where we are in Bangalore. This is a product made in India for the world, and we are based out of Bangalore. So happy to host anyone who wants to come and join us and see what we are building. Right, and that's, I think, end of my time. If you want to read more in technical details, you can go to our blog or you could connect with me. Happy to share and discuss more. Thank you.